Hello. Welcome to Llidenville University Medical Science channel. I'm Professor Christians and I'm genuinely excited to begin an incredible journey with you today. We're diving into the fascinating world of human anatomy. Have you ever truly stopped to consider the intricate marvel that is your own body? How billions of tiny, complex parts work in perfect harmony to allow you to think, move, and experience the world. In this series, we're going to unravel these mysteries, starting today with the very basics of how your body is put together. So, what exactly is anatomy? In its simplest form, it's the study of the structure of the human body. So think of this like exploring a highly complex map or blueprint, understanding where everything is located and how it's built. Now, why is this important for you? Whether you're considering a career in medicine, nursing, physical therapy, or you're just simply curious about your own health, understanding anatomy is the absolute bedrock of medical science. It's how we diagnose, how we treat, and even how we prevent diseases by first knowing how a healthy body should be structured and function. So, let's begin by zooming in and then slowly zooming out to understand the incredible organization of the human body. It's arranged in a magnificent hierarchy, starting from the incredibly tiny to the remarkably complex. So, it all starts at the chemical level. We're talking about atoms, things like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, which are the fundamental building blocks. These atoms combine to form molecules. So think of crucial molecules like your DNA, the protein that builds your muscle, or even the water that makes up most of your body. These molecules then come together to form the basic functional units of life, cells. We have literally trillions of them, and each one is incredibly specialized for a different job. Think about nerve cells, which transmit signals, muscle cells for movement, or red blood cells for carrying oxygen throughout the body. Next, similar cells with a common function group form together tissues. We have four main types: epithelial tissue, which covers the surfaces; connective tissue, which supports and connects, I meant to say support. And then muscle tissue for movement, and nervous tissue for communication. Yeah, I was nervous, so I didn't communicate properly. But each one plays a vital role. Now, the different types of tissues then combine to form organs, which are distinct structures with specific functions. Your heart, your lungs, your stomach, and your brain are all examples of organs. Organs that work together to accomplish a major physiological task form an organ system. For example, your digestive system, which includes your stomach, intestines, liver, and pancreas, all working in concert to process food. We'll eventually introduce you to all 11 major organ systems in this series. And finally, all these systems work in incredibly good harmony to make up a complete living human being. That's the organismal level. That's you. Now, to talk about anatomy accurately, we need a common universal language. Imagine doctors, just imagine this, doctors from different countries trying to describe a patient's injury without consistent terms. It will lead to a lot of confusion. That's precisely why we use what's called the anatomical position as our universal reference point. It's quite simple. The body stands upright, feet slightly apart, and most importantly, the palms are facing forward. Right? From this standard position, we use very specific directional terms. Superior, cranial, means towards the head, while inferior or caudal means towards the feet. So your nose is superior to your mouth. Yes. Anterior or ventral means towards the front of the body, and posterior or dorsal means towards the back. Your sternum or breastbone is anterior to your spine, right? That means this here is more anterior to your spine. Medial means closer to the imaginary midline of the body, and lateral means farther away from that midline. Your nose, right? Your nose is medial to your ears. Proximal and distal are terms we primarily we say that from over, man. Proximal and distal are terms we primarily use for limbs. Proximal means close to the point where the limb attaches to the body's trunk, while distal means further away. So your elbow is proximal to your waist. Lastly, superficial means towards the surface of the body, and deep means away from the surface, more internal. Your skin, right? Your skin is superficial to your muscles. Now, beyond these directional terms, we also divide the body into specific regional terms for easy identification. Think of them as anatomical neighbors or districts. For example, cephalic refers to the head, cervical refers to the neck, thoracic refers to the chest, and abdominal refers to the abdomen, and so on. We'll gradually explore many of these specific regions in more detail throughout our series. Finally, the body contains large, hollow spaces called body cavities, which are crucial for protecting our delicate internal organs. The dorsal body cavity is located towards the back and houses two incredibly vital structures: the brain within the cranial cavity and the spinal cord within the vertebral cavity. The much larger ventral body cavity is located towards the front. It's divided by a muscular sheath called the diaphragm into two main parts: the thoracic cavity, which contains your lungs and heart, and the abdominopelvic cavity. Let me say that again, if you didn't hear it properly. The abdominopelvic cavity, which houses most of your digestive, reproductive, and urinary organs. Are you liking this lecture? If you like this lecture, give it a like. So, in just about roughly 10 minutes, we've laid down the essential groundwork for our journey into human anatomy. Yeah, give yourselves a hand, guys. You've done well up until this point. So, we've defined what anatomy is, understood how the body is incredibly organized from atoms all the way up to complete organ systems, learned about our crucial anatomical position, explored key directional terms, and identified the major body regions and cavities. This foundational knowledge is absolutely essential for everything we'll learn in the weeks to come. Next week, we're going to be focusing on week 2, anatomical terminology and planes. We'll dive deeper into how we precisely describe locations and how we can mentally slice the body into different sections to better understand its internal layout. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Llidenville Medical Science University channel for more insights into medical science, and please leave your questions in the comments below. Your questions help me shape future content. So thank you for joining me today. I look forward to continue this exploration of the human body with you next time. So if you understood this lecture, then I'm grateful. But if you didn't understand this lecture, I'm thankful. So stay curious and keep learning. See you.